We have a little unboxing. Carlos is right here taking off his old phone case because I got him a new phone case. So this brand right here is called Bullstrap. Before I even got this for Carlos, he knew about it because he had seen them on Instagram and YouTube and he had been looking for their phone cases. Bullstrap makes men's like premium accessories. They have the coolest things on their website. Their wallets are trackable, which I didn't even know that was possible. Everything is so luxurious. And this is the phone case. Oh my goodness, it is so pretty. Also MagSafe. I know you wanted a MagSafe case. Look how pretty this is.
Remove tag to make it official. I've been wanting something sleeker.
And then we got this wallet for my mother-in-law. If you are still looking for gifts for the holidays or even a birthday gift, any holidays coming up, you might want to look at this. I didn't even know these things existed. It says never get ghosted by your wallet again. That's so cute. Ooh, that looks so good.
Fast, easy. Oh, this feels so nice.
It's very smooth.
I love it.
It feels really premium.
Oh, dang.
This is the wallet. And the reason that we got my mother-in-law this wallet is because you can't see it, which I love. It's so seamless. No one would know. You can actually track this wallet. So if you know someone who's always losing their stuff, this is the way to go. We got her this color because she loves a good bright color. And I love this zipper. It zips all around and it's so spacious on the inside. So you have a bunch of card holders here. You have a section for cash, an even bigger section for other things. You have a middle compartment where you can unzip and put things in. And then the other side is the same. So spacious. And they come in multiple colors. They also have like a smaller tri-fold one. This color is called Desert Blue. They also have a blue one and they also have like a tan color one. I believe those are called Bluebell and Saddle. They also have wallets that you can attach through your MagSafe on the back, and those also have trackers too. So if you are somebody who loves like holding your phone case with your cards and you don't want to carry an extra wallet or an extra purse, you can snap it on with MagSafe. That wallet is also trackable, so if it slips off or you lose it, you can easily use the Apple Find My Phone and you can find it. There's actually a sticker that says press here. So when you ooh, did you guys hear that? When you press it, it actually starts tracking, and the tracking cannot be removed if your wallet is stolen. It is locked up in there. And it also connects directly to your Apple Find My Phone app, and it comes with a lifetime warranty. And you can also worry less and stress less because once you charge this thing, it will last up to 6 to 8 months, which is so cool. You don't have to think about it again. And don't worry about buying batteries because it is rechargeable, which I love. It's made of 100% full grain pebbled leather and comes in beautiful packaging too. And there's instructions inside of the box as well. All you need is just a bow and you're ready to go. I'll have this link down below for you guys. Check out all of their products. I also have a discount code. Use my code KIM15 for 15% off. And huge thank you to Bullstrap for sending this over and for sponsoring the video. She is going to love this.
It's so cold in my closet. I really thought that we would have more of a vlog for this video, but I am coming down with something, if you guys couldn't tell by my voice. And so, yeah, I'm not excited about this. Oh my God, I was so close to the end of the year. So close. And I took every single thing possible to try to not get sick, but something's going around. Something is going around, you guys. Anyways, I'm in my closet. If you guys remember, I did a Q&A at the beginning of the month, and I had a few questions, and I was like, we'll finish it another day. Well, today's that day because I cannot do anything else other than sit here in my closet, fold some clothes, and hang out with y'all. So, I apologize. That is going to be the rest of today's video. I love you. I hope you understand. But your girl is fighting whatever this is, and hopefully it doesn't get worse. I was going to post my other vlog today, but I think I'm posting it tomorrow. This whole thing is so confusing. my schedule's all over the place, so I think tomorrow there is a vlog going up, and you're probably gonna be like, wait, but she looks better. It's because that was previously filmed. And then you'll see the aftermath, I believe. Something like that. I think after tomorrow's video, we're like caught up to like current day. But I have a cough drop in my mouth. I took a shower. Why is it so cold in my closet? Anyways, I really like these sit-down videos because I feel like they're real, they're raw, they're not edited. It's just literally me. I hit the record button and you're not going to see any cuts because I love these videos. So let me know in the comments down below if you love these videos too, because they are literally my favorite. Also, the wallet that I showed at the beginning of this video is by far the coolest thing ever. Like, I've never seen a wallet. I've never seen a wallet that, like, you could track. I think that's really cool. Let's see. Okay, let's run through these questions. Let's hang out. I feel like we're on FaceTime. Hello. I always love doing these videos. A lot of people don't really watch them whenever I post. A lot of people love watching the vlogs. So, I know that, like, people will click on the vlogs, but whenever I post, like, videos like this, like, nobody watches them. Only a small amount of you guys, so I want to say thank you so much for watching these and just hanging out with me. Okay, let's see. Oh, I did get a comment today. I posted a video this morning, and probably one of my favorite videos to post. It's always the Christmas video where we, like, all open gifts, and this Christmas was a little bit different. I felt like this Christmas felt a little bit different because there was a lot of sad things going on in our inner circle that we have not spoken about on the internet, and it's not really my place to say anything either. So if you guys find out, then you find out. If you don't, then you don't. It's not really my place to say anything, but we've definitely have been experiencing a lot of sadness the last 3 weeks, and going through a lot of things behind, like, when the camera's off. And so Christmas didn't really feel the same this year, but regardless, was still very grateful to spend it with friends and family and just be surrounded by loved ones. That's honestly what makes me feel the happiest, so I'm grateful for that. But yeah, sometimes I feel like when people watch vlogs, they think of, like, content creators, like, they literally look at me like I'm not a human being. I think a lot of the times people watch my vlogs and they, like, think like I'm just an object, or I'm, like, acting, or, like, I'm not a human being. And I think people forget that when the camera's off, there, like, real shit's happening, you know? Like, I'm going through real things. I'm, like, literally the exact same as you. I got a mortgage to pay, got bills to pay, got dogs to take care of, family issues out the butt. So, just a friendly little reminder, because I feel like sometimes I get comments and I'm like, damn, y'all really make me feel like I'm just an animated object and I'm not, like, a real person, you know? But they don't get to me too much. I honestly focus so much of my attention on the supporters and, like, the love that you guys show. Like, a lot of you guys are such amazing subscribers, and I appreciate y'all so much. Okay, let's see. What were the questions? I had, like, a bunch of questions here. Let's see. Have you ever gone back to someone you knew wasn't good for you, and why? Oh my god, yeah. For sure. I feel like definitely my dating history in high school was more like that because I didn't really have a backbone. Like, I feel like in high school I was, well, weren't we all, like, very naive and a little bit stupid? Like, I just feel like I wasn't the brightest person in the world. I still think I'm kind of dumb sometimes in my 30s. I'm definitely a slow learner. I grew up fast in a sense where, like, I grew up in an immigrant family. So, like, I was translating important paperwork at the age of 14. and taking my mom to the doctors and filling out paperwork like in middle school. So in a sense, like I grew up fast, but because I grew up fast in that sense, it stripped me from having like a normal like childhood, teenage year kind of situation. Because I look back now and I'm like, some of the decisions I definitely made when I was growing up socially were not the smartest. But I think that I definitely, one thing that I've always felt growing up was I just wanted to belong. And so when it came to relationships, I definitely have stayed in relationships because I wanted to be loved. I didn't want to be alone. I wanted to feel like I was important because maybe I didn't feel that way in my real life. But yeah, I definitely have. I've stayed in relationships. I've stayed in a relationship in high school that dragged on for 2 or 3 years. He cheated on me over and over and over again, and I always went back to him, to the point where he had cheated on me at least, like when I say over and over again, I mean over and over again, like to the point where I think he had cheated on me at that time like 6 times, and I still went back to him and decided to devote my entire life to him because he was going into the military and he was going to boot camp, and we would like write love letters and stuff. I threw away all those letters. I don't have them anymore. But I just remember wanting to be loved, but also I think that a lot of the times we stay with somebody who cheats on us because we're hoping that they'll change, or we're hoping that we'll change them. Like, I feel like what was that sound? I feel like we're hoping that one day we'll wake up and they'll like realize what they've done, and that they'll like appreciate and love us more. So in the end, it's like us. I was looking for you. In the end, it just makes us, in the end, I think that we do it because we want to feel loved, and we're hoping that they'll do better next time. When that's not always the case. But I always say this to my friends, like my girlfriends, whenever we talk about this. Everyone has their limits, right? Everyone has their limits in life. And as a friend, like for example, if Michelle were dating and she got cheated on, or she was, okay, we'll stick with the cheating conversation since we're talking about that right now. If Michelle was dating right now and she got cheated on, what I'm going to do as her best friend, which I feel like maybe some people will disagree with this, but I feel like I've gone through so many different friendship situations in the amount of years that I've been on this earth that I think this is like the best, I think this is the best option to go with in my personal experience. You might disagree, which is totally fine, but I think that all you can do as a best friend or a friend in general is just to be there and support them. But I ultimately cannot make decisions for Michelle. If she chooses to stay with this guy, would it break my heart? 100% yes. Obviously, I love Michelle. I don't want to see her, get used and get treated any less than what she deserves. She deserves the absolute fucking world, because I know that she gives people 120%. And so would it break my heart if she went back to him? Yes, it would. But would it be a situation where it would completely break our friendship apart? No. I think that there are circumstances that it could ruin a friendship, because I've seen that happen for sure with friends in my life. But I think that as long as you can separate how you feel personally and realize that what they're going through, like, it's so difficult to make decisions for someone when you're not actually going through the actual situation, if that makes sense. So I feel like I would be there 100% for Michelle. And I love how we're using Michelle as an example. She's probably sitting at home like, bitch, what are you talking about? But I'm like, dude, I don't have any other friends. I have to use you as an example. But all I'm saying is that all I can do is just be there for Michelle, give her all of the advice that I possibly can in the world, especially because I've been through it, give her my support, and kind of learn how to navigate the situation with her and let her figure out what she wants to do. Because at the end of the day, everybody has their limits. No matter how much you tell someone, you have to leave them. They are not going to do it unless they feel like they've hit their limit to do that. You cannot make someone instantly change their emotions, feel a certain way. They have to want to do it on their own. And that's something that I've learned so many times, not only with myself in relationships, but with friends that have gone through similar situations, is you have to just let people do what they think is best for them. At the end of the day, it's their relationship, it's their life. But I do have one rule that I've always set for myself and for others. If you choose to stay in a relationship where there has been cheating, you cannot ever bring it up or complain about it, because you made that decision to stay. Now, if Michelle were to come to me and like want to talk about it, I'm not going to shut her out. Like, she's my best friend. I'm always going to be here and listen to her. But I think that sometimes it's difficult, and this is where maybe it could ruin the friendship between you guys, is like, if someone decides to stay with a cheater and then they like constantly bring it up as a fighting mechanism during arguments, or they bring it up as like a joke, or they bring it up to like remind the other person, well, that I still stayed because like, even though you cheated on me, you know? I don't think bringing that up is healthy, because when you agree to stay with a cheater, you are agreeing to give them a second chance and for you to move past what had happened. And if you know deep down inside you cannot move past that, then girl, you gotta leave. You gotta leave, because clearly you know what's best for you. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I definitely have stayed. I definitely have stayed with someone longer than they deserve to. 100%. And you know what I've learned about that lesson? After that relationship, I stayed single for 4 years before I met Carlos. And I think that that relationship really taught me about myself. I came out of that relationship so much stronger. And I really learned that you cannot change people. People have to want to change for themselves. And that goes with everything we just talked about. Do you ever feel pressure to spend money to look successful online? No, not now, but when I first started making money on YouTube, I think I started YouTube December 2014, and I did not make money until so I started December 2014, and then the next month was 2015. All of 2015, I didn't make that much. I probably made like under $5,000. And then 2016, I think I made a little bit more. And then 2017 was when I like skyrocketed and made my first like 6 figures. And I remember, I think I was 22 or 23 at the time when I started making big money. And I had never seen that amount of money in my life before. And I remember like spending it on designer bags and like clothing and like all of these things just so I can keep up with people in the industry. Because like everyone at the time had their like YSL bag and their Louis Vuitton and stuff. So I remember I was like really big into designer bags. And I would literally every paycheck that I would make, I would literally waste it all on designer things just to keep up my image with everyone else. Looking back now, I regret that so much, obviously, but it was such a good lesson learned. Like, we do not do that anymore. We do not waste our money to keep up with our public image. I feel like now that I'm much older, obviously, and like we have a home and we have, you know, adult things that we need to take care of, my priorities have changed. But back then, I think I didn't really have a lot of things. Like, I was still living at home. Like, my mom was extremely flexible. She was like, live here for as long as you want, basically. I was still in school. I will say I was responsible in a sense where I did use a lot of my money to pay for my tuition. So I did leave Cal State Dominguez Hills debt-free. I didn't take any loans out. I paid for everything out of my own pocket, so my family didn't have to worry about my school. And that's actually something I'm so grateful for, is not having to deal with student loans now in my 30s. I think it actually made buying a house maybe a little bit easier too. So that's something that I'm really, really grateful for, was that my job was able to pay for my tuition. But yeah, when I first started making big girl money, I definitely blew it on a lot of things. Designer bags. Definitely had like a shopping addiction. And I would say like a buying. I definitely was over consuming a lot. And I don't think that I really I don't think I really worked on it until probably a few years ago. Like, even when I moved into this house, I was like rushing to like furnish everything, and I just was like buying so much, and I was over consuming, and don't get me wrong, I do believe like if you work really hard for your money, life is so short. Buy things you love and enjoy things that you love. I think that you should be able to enjoy the money that you work hard for and make a big deal out of everything that you want to make a big deal out of. If you want to use your money and buy like 16 Funko Pops, do so. Like, I don't really care how people use their money. It's really none of my business. I really have no opinion towards that at all. But I just remember like when I first moved into this house, I was like rushing to like furnish everything, and I wanted to like make it perfect, but I didn't really know what my vibe was or what my aesthetic of this home was. Like, I didn't really have any style at the time. And so I was just wasting money buying furniture and not thinking about it, and like impulse buying and then reselling and buying and reselling. And it was just like wasting money. So I think over the last few years, I've really taken a step back and taken time to ask myself, why do you buy so much shit? Like, why do you? Like, are you buying it to cure a sense of happiness in your life? Are you buying it to feel better in the moment? Like, what is the reason why you like love to buy? And I think that's something that I've been working on the last few years. And I feel like I've gotten a lot better. Now I'm like, fuck yeah, we're going to save that money because we're going to do big things in the future. So my mindset has definitely changed a lot. I am much smarter now with money than I definitely was when I was younger. What's the most stressful brand deal you've ever had? Two things. One, I had a brand deal where they gave me 2 days maximum to hand everything in. It was insane. I literally had to like travel somewhere, film, edit, and do all of that in 2 days. And then another one was, usually in your contract, your manager will, at the time I had a different manager. This is not my current manager, but usually in your contract, it'll say how many times a brand will allow you to, it'll say like how many times a brand is allowed to send edits. So like it'll say like so-and-so is able to send 2 or 3, like 3 rounds of edits max. That way it protects the creator from doing like 16 edits, because believe it or not, some brands do not give a flying fudge They literally treat us, this is not all brands, but I can name a certain amount of brands. Like, they will treat you like straight up poop. Like, we're really nothing to them. They're just like spitting out money, and they're like, well, we're paying you, so you have to do what we tell you to. But I once had a brand come back, and we made, I think it was 7 or 8 edits. And it was the craziest thing because they were, what's that saying, nitpicking? They were nitpicking everything, you guys. Everything. And it was like things that like could have been said at the beginning that could have made us avoid this whole thing. So I will never be working with that brand again because it was absolutely crazy. They were extremely hard to work with and not, yeah, it was just not a fun experience. What's the wildest NDA situation you've ever dealt with? I don't think I've ever dealt with anything wild, like an NDA where I couldn't talk about it, or else I wouldn't be talking about it. But I once worked with a company, and in order to be accepted so they sent me an offer, or they sent my manager an offer, and my manager was like, hey, they sent you this offer. It was a huge brand deal. But part of the brand deal is that they have to do a background check on you before they can accept you for the partnership. And that was the first time I've ever experienced something like that, where a brand did like an actual background check on me. It was absolutely crazy. And I loved working with them. They were amazing. But I think that was like the only wildest thing, I feel like. Let's see. What childhood lessons did you learn growing up that you look back now that you're grateful for? Something that sticks out for me is, let's see. Growing up, I was really shy. Like, I'm actually a very introverted person. I love being introverted. I love being at home. But because of what I do for work, I can easily switch and be, wow, that's a great snap. I can easily switch and be extroverted whenever I need to be. Because, like, you got to get your shit done, right? Like, you got to pay the bills. And so, like, my work requires me to be a little extroverted. But at the same time, I can still be introverted with my job because I just talk to a camera all day. But I think one thing that I learned growing up, that at the time I didn't appreciate, honestly, was I was so shy. And so my mom and my sister and my brother would encourage me to like order food by myself. I know this sounds so dumb, but it really helped a shy girl like me. But like order food or like take care of like if we would go to like the passport place, they would make me talk to everybody because it really helped me with my communication skills. And in the summertime, instead of sitting at home doing nothing because my mom would work all the time, I really never had a great summer unless we went to Vietnam or something. But in the summertime, because my mom worked all the time, she didn't want me sitting at home, not doing anything and just getting fat. So she was like, I'm going to ship you to Paterson, New Jersey. My sister owned a nail salon there for like 20 or 30 years. It was a very long time. And I worked at my sister's nail salon. I started there as a front desk girl. So I like greeted everyone and did the scheduling. And then it helped me with my math as well because I did all the money stuff. And I was also the pretty much only person in the salon that knew fluent English. So I translated and I talked to all the customers. And it also helped me learn how to deal with like customer confrontation and stuff. And then from there I graduated to like waxing eyebrows. I was actually really good at waxing eyebrows. And then I did nails. So I didn't do acrylics at all because I didn't have the license for it, but I helped with like the manicure, the pedicure. I did all the designs, and then eventually I learned how to do gel. And then after that I moved to California, I went to college, and I think I went back like for 2 summers and then never went back again because I went back for one summer and one winter, and then never went back again because I started YouTube. So I didn't I started YouTube, and so I don't need to go back to the nail salon anymore. And so my mom was like, yeah, that's fine. But yeah, I think putting a very like introverted, shy person into that atmosphere really molded me into who I am today. And I think because of that, I can like switch it on and off pretty easily. And so looking back now, that's something that I'm very thankful for, is that they were literally like molding me into a well-rounded person. And it made me honestly really ready for the world, because when I started YouTube, I was networking like crazy, you guys. I was going to different events, different conventions, and I was not shy at all. Like, I went up to brands, introduced myself, I made the relationships, and I made shit happen. So that's something that I'm very thankful for. But I think they also knew they had to do it because both of my sisters and my brother and my mom, they're extremely extroverted. Like, they can talk to anybody and like get shit done. And I was like the really shy one. So they were like, we need to do something about this this baby in the family, because she cannot be shy. She's gonna get eaten up in the real world. And so I think they really prepared me for the real world for sure. Okay. Oh my god, we flew through the questions so quick. We have one more. I didn't even finish folding all of my clothes. Also, don't look at my folding. This is the reason why my husband has made it a rule where he does the laundry and I'm not allowed to touch the laundry. I hate folding clothes. The last question that I have is, oh my god, wait, my camera's gonna die. Oh my god, it's gonna die in 2 minutes. Okay, the last question I have that is on my list is, what is your best advice for being a good friend or finding a good friend? Oh, that's an interesting question. Okay, I have 2 minutes to answer this. My camera's gonna die. It's literally low battery and the thing's gonna run out. Okay. Be a good friend. Show up for people. Value people. If you care about someone, you care about how they feel. And that goes both ways. So you have to look at that as a friend, and also when you're looking for friends. When people care about you, they care about how they make you feel. 4, whatever we're on. Pay attention to the little details. Be a good listener. Give advice, but never make decisions for people. It's not hard to be a good friend. Relationships should not be hard. And I'm not saying they should be easy and you should never fight. I think that having arguments and having fights really does mold a relationship in general, and will teach you more about the other person and more about yourself. But I think what's important is, at the end of the day, you always come back to each other and you always talk it out, because when people think you're worth it, they will always fight for you. Believe it, okay? When people value the friendship that they have with you, they will not walk away so easily. When people show you their true colors, accept it, see it, and that's the truth. Do not try to make excuses for it. And everything I just said, you need to be it in order to find a good friend. Okay, you guys, I love you so much. My camera's dying. Oh my god, I love you. I love you. I love you. I will see you tomorrow in a separate video. I need to go. I think I need to take meds and go to sleep. Like, this is not cute. I have 15 seconds. Love you so much. Leave a comment. Subscribe to this channel. Subscribe to Michelle's vlog channel. Subscribe to follow me on Instagram. Okay, love you. Bye.